Nomadland is a 2020 film directed by Chloe Zhao. It won the Oscar for the 2021 Oscars. Now this movie is on Disney Plus, but I saw it in theaters because I don't have Disney Plus. But it was playing at like a small independent theater, so I decided to go just for the hell of it. Heard a lot of good stuff, and Chloe Zhao will be directing The Eternals, which comes out this year. This movie is about Fern. She is a woman without a home. She lives out of her van. We don't know why, but we will soon. And she basically does odd jobs around the year, seasonal work at Amazon and things like that. And she doesn't accept help very often. She's very, skittish. She's eccentric. It's a very good performance by Frances McDormand, and the movie is very slow. It almost feels like a documentary at times. There's a couple of real life interviews in there, and there's only a few people in the cast that are actors. The rest are real people. So the movie is pretty slow to start, and sometimes the movie's awkwardly hilarious when it's not supposed to be. For example, there's two scenes of Frances McDormand's character using the washroom for some reason to make it feel more gritty and real, but it almost made me laugh because it was just right in the middle of a scene. And the movie's a little bit pretentious in other ways. For example, Fern is living out of her van, and there are a lot of other people who are living, out of their van. They live very nomadic lifestyles where they don't have a home. But she gets in trouble, and she just calls her sister, goes back home and gets some money to bail her out. I mean, not everyone gets to do that. Not everyone has that kind of luxury of having a good support system. If you need money, you just call up a friend and family and they'll just give it to you, because I was expecting the movie to go in a different direction, but did not. Frances McDormand does give a great performance. A couple side characters as well. There's a lot of characters that offer her a home, but she says no. And we finally get that. It's a really moving story about loss and grief and moving on. I also wanted to look up what movies it beat out for the Oscars, because I don't remember. But let's see. The Father. I want to see that movie. Judas and the Black Messiah. Oh yeah, that's one that's on my list too. Mank. It's on Netflix. It's the Fincher movie. Minari. The Promising Young Woman. Ugh. So it wasn't a very strong 10 film. It was not even 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only 7 movies nominated for Best Picture, and I guess that the one. I wouldn't say it was an amazing movie, but I guess it was going up against a lot of weak films. It was a very underwhelming Oscars. So Nomadland is a pretty solid movie. It made me laugh a few times unintentionally. Kind of boring overall, but it does, showcase a different kind of lifestyle that some people are not really used to, or people judge harshly. This movie is a sort of period piece because it takes place in 2011. But these people, they may be treated as homeless, but they still rely and use technology. They have phones, they can still contact people. They go out and buy gas and food and things like that. They just they have their own personal reasons for not wanting to conform with a house and white picket fence. So Nomadland was a pretty interesting film, but kind of boring. So I give it a 5 out of 10.